Hello and welcome to eLearning Campus. In today's class, we are going to learn about advanced features of Word Processor 1. Microsoft Word is a word processor that helps you to create documents with a professional outlook. It not only provides the facility to type and edit the text, but also offers features to enhance the overall appearance of the text. In previous lesson, you have learned various basic editing and formatting tools like inserting, moving, copying, changing the font, text alignment, etc. In this lesson, you will enhance your skills by learning some advanced features of editing and formatting. Let's see learning in today's class, learning in this chapter. First, format painter, subscript, superscript, shadow effects, header, footer, and page number. So let's start. Okay, so students will start with Format Painter. Here you can see the Format Painter tool is used when you want to copy and apply the same formatting such as color, font style and size and border style to another section of text or graphics. If I am saying formatting style means I am talking about this group, this font group. Formatting style means your font style, bold, italic, underline, font color. These type of formatting styles are comes under this font group. Okay, so if I want to copy and apply the same formatting style to another text section, so what I have to do, I'll show you here. Here you can see in speed. In speed, I have used Cooper Black as font style, 18 size, italic, underline and indifferent in color. Okay, now I want that in my document, I want that each and every header has the same, each and every heading of in my document should be in the same style. Cooper Black, 18 size, italic, underline in the same color. If I am trying to do it manually, I need to select the text. I need to find out the Cooper Black from here. I need to change the font size from here. I need to make it italic, underline. I need to find out the color. And that thing I need to do for each and every heading. Okay, from where I want the same style. But using Format Painter, we can do it very easily. We just need to select the text from where we want to copy the formatting style. If you will use Ctrl C, then Ctrl C will copy the whole text with the formatting. But here, I just want to copy the formatting. Okay, so I have just selected this particular word and now I am going to choose in this home tab clipboard group. I am going to select Format Painter. When I select this Format Painter, you can see the change in my cursor. Now my cursor is in arrow style. Okay, now from arrow it's converted into brush style. You can see the change. Okay, now my cursor is in brush style. I just need to select the other text where I want to copy the same formatting. So I am going to select importance of data backup and delete. So in this way we can apply the same formatting of the text. I'll show you once again. I am selecting it can perform. Okay, I am selecting this text. Click Format Painter and select the text where you want to copy the same formatting and leave it. So in this way we can use Format Painter. Next we have applying superscript and subscript. The superscript option places the selected text slightly above the baseline. On the contrary, the subscript option places the selected text slightly below the baseline and makes it appear smaller than the rest of the text. Have you ever seen whenever we type first and give it a space? Can you see here? ST becomes smaller and it's placed little above the baseline. Okay, I'll show you once again. Let me change the font style so that you can see it in a better way. Okay, now I just put 1 and ST. So here you can see my ST is placed just above the baseline and it's smaller than the size of 1. Okay, in the same way, if I want to put 2 and D, this is for second. Okay, but now you can see my ND is not going up, so this is not looking good. I want this ND should go a little up and in a smaller size. So what I'll do, I'll use superscript option here. I have to select the particular text, and here in the same font group, home tab, font group, just in the same line, bold, italic, underline, you will get the option X square, that is superscript option. You just need to click it. I hope you can see the change here in ND, right? I'll show you again. Here you can see in milliseconds 10 to the power minus 3 it is correct. But for microsecond I wanted to make it 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, because 10 minus 6 is not the correct one. So I need to select this minus 6 and I can click this X square option. Now see the change. I have selected it. Now you can see it's going up and smaller than the 10. So it's 10 to the power minus 6. Now there is one more way to make your text in superscript form. You just need to select the particular text. Here I'm going to make 10 to the power minus 9. So I am just going to select this minus 9. I have selected it. And in font group, this launch arrow. We need to click this launch arrow. Font dialog box will open. Here you can see so many options are there. Small caps, all caps hidden. But here strike through, double strike through and superscript. I need to click this superscript option and click OK. Okay, I'm going to show you once again. Select minus 12. Either you can do it from here, okay, or you can launch the dialog box. Select superscript and click OK. So this is superscript. Now I'll show you how to make it subscript and what is the use of this subscript option. Okay, here you can see the chemical formula of water. Here it's H2O and you can see 2 is slightly below the baseline, means slightly below the normal text and smaller in size. So if I type it normally H2O, this is the wrong way to type the chemical formula of water. So I have to do? I just need to use subscript for this 2. I am just so what I have to do, I am just I have selected this 2. Okay, select this the particular text and here before this X square you will get option for subscript. You need to click this subscript to make it subscripted text. So you can see the change. Now it's 2 going little down. Okay, it went little down and smaller in text. Here, sugar, the chemical formula of sugar, sucrose is C12H22O11. It's not correct way to write this formula. So I'm going to use subscript here. Just select the particular text. Either you can select from here and make it subscript, or you can launch the same font dialog box. Just below the superscript, you will get subscript option. Click it. OK. Again, I am going to show you. Select the text. You can use it from here or launch the box. select subscript. Okay, select the text and use it. So this is the way how we can use superscript and subscript option. Next we have applying shadow effect. So shadow effect gives the 3D look to the text, and now I'll show you how to use the shadow effect option. This is important. Okay, I am going to select this word. I am making it little bigger so that you can see the change. Here in the same font group, you will get this A in the same line. Okay, bold, italic, underline, subscript, superscript, and shadow effect option. Here you just need to click it and you can see shadow here. From here you can select any shadow. Okay, just see the change in importance. I am moving my cursor here and you can see the change. Okay, you can see the change in importance. Okay, so in this way we can use shadow effect option. I am using Microsoft 2019. Okay, so I have a option to change the shadow color as well. I'll show you once again so that you will get a better idea. I am selecting backup, launch this group. Here in text effect, select the next one. Okay, don't select this A, this is for text color, but I want to do the changes in shadow, so select it. Here in shadow, click it. Here you can select any shadow which you want, which you like to do in on your text. So I'm selecting this one, the last one. Now here you can see color, now it's black. I'm going to change it to red. Click OK. Again click OK. I hope now you can see the change here in backup. Now you can see my shadow color is red. Okay, so in this way we can change the shadow. In older versions, when you launch this font box, no, you will get shadow here in this list only. Okay, in this way you can change the shadow as well. Next we have header and footer option. So header and footer is used to place some information on the top and at the bottom of every page respectively. Means if you want to place some information on the top of each and every page of your document, then you can use header. And if you want to place some information at the bottom of your page for complete document, okay, for each and every page, so you can use footer option. You can include the title, chapter's heading, date, page number, author's name, etc. in this section. I'll show you how to do it. So, for header and footer, we need to go to this insert tab. Till now we were working on this home tab. Now insert tab. Click this insert tab. Here in header and footer group, you will get three options: header, footer, and page number. We'll go one by one. First, header option. You just need to click this drop down arrow. This type of dialog box will open. Okay, from this panel you can select any type of header which you want. Okay, but for now I am selecting black one. You can see it's already positioned at the top of the page. Now here I can just click backspace and I can type anything. For example, I am creating a computer science document and I want on top of each and every page computer science will be written there. So I am typing here computer science here. Okay, now I can format this text also. Okay, now I want this text will go in red color and I want to highlight this color, and I also want to change its alignment. So I'll go to home tab and I can change its alignment. Okay, so in this way we can format the text which we are going to place and on in our header and footer. So here I'm okay with this header. So now I'm going to click on my page. Double click on your page. Now you can see I'll show you the change. This is my first page. You can see computer science, red in color, highlighted with yellow. This is my second page. It's reflecting there also. This is my third page. It's reflecting there. This is my fourth page. It's reflecting there also. Okay, so the same header is now reflecting on my each and every page. Now, next I'll show you the footer option. Same insert tab, footer. I'm going to select the blank one. Blank. Now I want to type my class here. For which class I am making this document. So I am making this document for class 5 only. Okay. So I can select it. If I want, I can change its color. Okay. I want to change it in yellow and I want to highlight it with blue. Okay, so in this way I want to change it. Now I am done. I am okay with this footer. Now double click on the document. Now I'll show you the change. Here, this is my first page. You can see class 5 is here. Okay, on the first page, the same thing on the second page, third page, fourth page, and so on. So in this way we can change our header and footer. Now one more thing is page number. So if you observe the thing, if I want to edit a header or footer, we just need to move our cursor over there and double click over it. Okay, and your cursor will be there. Now you can edit it. Now if I want that, I want to place number also, right? I want page number also. So if I'll place a normal number in footer, now see what happened. This is my page 1. It's showing 1, it's fine. But for page 2, it's again showing 1. Okay, it's again showing 1 that I don't want actually. Okay, what I want that for page number 2 it will reflect 2, for page 3 it will change to 3, for 4 it will change to 4, but this thing is not coming out properly using footer option. So what I have to do, I cannot change it here in footer. Okay, so now for this thing, I need to use page number option. Here in the insert tab, the same header and footer group, you can see page number is there. I can select page number. I can go to top of the page as well. I can go to bottom of the page as well, and I can set the page number at the margins of the page as well. So here we have different formats. I'm going to select this vertical left and click it. Now click on your page. I'll show you. This is my first page. Okay. Can you see it here? Page 1 is written here. Okay. Now I'll show you the second page. Here page 2. Here page 3. So in this way we can set the page number as well with header and footer. Next we have. That's all for today's class. In our next class, we will learn about column break, page break, line break, setting margins, and so many advanced features of word processor, means MS Word. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like the video, please like it, share it, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.